Joe Potter, head coach. I always knew I wanted to coach, really. I've coached from being a very young player, from like 18 years old. I coached to start off with because I found it easy. It was something that I could do, felt like I had a natural knack for it. But after that, it's something that I really started to enjoy. It's something that I knew that I wanted to do after playing football. So throughout my career, I coached, even when playing professionally, because I wanted to gain my experience while I was playing and not get thrown in at the deep end as such when I finished my career, knowing that I needed a job come the end of it. So I always wanted to get my experience and earn my stripes, and I managed to do that luckily while I was playing along the way, and worked really hard to be in the position that I am now. As soon as the Rangers job got brought up to me, something that just sparked. It was one of those things that I felt like I couldn't turn down, an opportunity I couldn't miss, and yeah, I've not looked back since. I think it really helped me coaching while I was playing football towards the end of my career, to use that skill set on the pitch and help my teammates around me and help myself in certain moments, and probably be a better coach and a better teammate in those moments, you know, because I think it's vitally important that you know what's coming out of your mouth at certain times and how much impact you can have on players. It's really exciting where this club are going and the journey that we're on together. They've backed up everything that they said to me. You know, sometimes it can be we'll say all this and get you in the door and it looks very different. And I can honestly say it's not been like that. There was no false promises, there was no false hope, which has made it really easy for me. I think you always come into it with a little bit of hesitation and scepticism, that things aren't always as they seem, but honestly they've been genuinely great. You can really feel how much of a big club they are, and you can feel the difference when you are at a big club and how much they do back up their words, and how much of a difference that does make to you as staff and to the players that are playing underneath you as well. Liv's great. She's just a breath of fresh air. You know, she's infectious. Like, she's always in a good mood. You'll see that she brings that around the group. She's always got a smile on her face. She always works super, super hard. She's got a lot of quality about her as well. I think you can see the amount of talent that Mia's got for such a young player. It's scary, really. I've said I'm not going to talk about her too much because, you know, I want to keep her as my player for the near future, thank you. But the amount of improvement she's made this past season has been huge. She got a chance really early in the season with the amount of injuries that we had, and it was one of those moments where we're like, well, we know she's got talent, let's see if she can bring it. And she just kept bringing it and kept bringing it, and is still bringing it. Scores goals in vital moments for us, which shows experience beyond her years.
I'm Mia McAulay and I play for Rangers. I came in through the academy when I was around 11. Came up through all the age groups, won the league and the League Cup at 16s, came up to 18s and we won the league, and that's when I started getting a chance at first team. It was always my dream to do well at the club, and to get my debut, it was an amazing feeling. When I signed my first professional contract, we went to Ibrox. Done it with Laura Berry, who I've came up through the academy with. We've been best friends since really young, and it was amazing to do it with her, with our families. Our families are really close. We had a really special day at Ibrox. The club means everything to me. I've always wanted to be a Rangers player, and I actually am one now. It is quite a surreal feeling, knowing that you have other younger players there, you're not just by yourself. I think it's amazing that it shows that there is a pathway coming up through the academy into the first team. I obviously came into the first team not expecting a lot of game time. I thought, if I get my chance, just take it. I've came in and Joe's really gave me a chance, and yeah, I'm just enjoying playing football now. To know that Joe's there for you if I'm ever feeling pressured or what, but Joe's been really good with me since I've came in. She's gave me the chance and made the team determined to go out and win every game. There is a lot of pressure on us, but we know we can handle it. We know what we need to do, and I'm sure we'll do everything we can to get that league title. The women's game's growing every day. I think if you look at it a couple of years ago till now, the growth is massive. So I think if people keep investing in it, I think in the next few years it could be massive. If I was to give a young player advice, I would say just to enjoy your football, because if you're enjoying it, that's the best football that you're going to play. There's always going to be bad times that come along, but that's when you need to push yourself to get through it, challenge yourself, and yeah, like I said, just enjoy it. Your teammates are massive, so I'd also say surround yourself with good people that's going to support you through it and help you along the way. Liv's amazing. She's got such a bubbly character. I think she's brought something special into the team. She's gelled really well with her and I think we've made a really good friendship.
Olivia McLoughlin, I play for Rangers. I knew it was a massive club, obviously, a lot of history as well. But I think when you arrive and you walk in the building, I think you instantly know how big of a club it is and how much love everyone has for Rangers. And I've never been in a team like that just love the badge so much and play for the club. I had an idea about going on loan in January. I spoke to Villa and that was the plan for me. So when I first started looking, obviously I knew Joe from when I was at Birmingham with her last season. When Joe told me about the club and the ambition, it was a no-brainer really, and I just came up here and loved it ever since. This is my first time away from home, so I think moving up to Glasgow was obviously a big step for me. I think it's rare to have a team doing so well with so many young players, and I think that's just a credit to everyone really. And I think a lot of managers also don't trust in the young players, but I think that's one thing that Jo really does do, and she trusts every player. The investment that goes into the WSL is, I'd say it's a few years on. I think it's hard, obviously, there's not many full-time teams in the SWPL. So I think that difference is probably massive, but I think Rangers as a team, I'd say not much different to any other WSL team. The investment, the backing, the facilities, it's better than half the WSL teams as well. Rangers means a lot to me, and I think walking around the training ground and seeing everyone and seeing the posters up and all the history, I think, yeah, you can just feel how big of a club it is, and everyone loves Rangers so much and plays for the badge, so it rubs off on me as well. The title race is massive and you can feel it around the building. That's what everyone wants and it's what we drive towards every single day. External investment into the women's game is massive for us. I think that's how we're going to push on again. But I also think that that's going to put it out there, just making it somewhere where people want to come and watch. It's a good environment. I think the men's game, yeah, it's good, but it doesn't attract the same people that we attract. And I think by us making time for the fans and doing things like this and they see an insight in our day-to-day life, that just brings the crowds even more, and people from different areas are going to find out about it, and yeah, from different backgrounds, and that's what we need really, and that's how women's football is going to kick on, and that's how we're going to go even further. Jo's like a great manager. Everyone loves her. She drives standards on and off the pitch, but she's also a people person and she'll always make time for you, which is really good as a manager. I think she can pull you aside, she can have hard conversations, but also she can put her arm around you when you need it, and she just knows what each player wants, and she knows how to get the best out of each player, and I think that's massive as a manager, and her expectations for us, it's only going to help us win the league and win the cups that we're aiming for.
It's important that, you know, the investment that we make into this team and into the women's department, you just want to see that across the board. You want to see this league grow and you want to see it get ultra competitive, which it is. You know, you see the top 6 split, it becomes the most competitive league in Europe beyond the split. So we need to make sure that we can bridge that gap and make the whole season ultra competitive. So, you know, with the right investment and the right coverage and putting it on the right platforms, you can see where women's sport can go. We need to keep pushing forward, and to enable us to do that, we need support. And we know it's about growth, and it's about sustainability. And I think it's just so important that we're able to put these females on a platform where they can showcase what their talent is. And you know that support just enables them to do that.